Macy, I pay you to be in the videos. Don't walk away. Don't walk away. You're supposed to stay with me. Hey guys, if you have one Cape Parrot, and sometimes this is species specific. So in this case, I think it's a little species specific. And you wanted to get a second Cape Parrot, what is the difference between getting the same gender and a different gender second species? Especially if you don't necessarily want eggs, fertile eggs. Hey guys, I'm Kaylin, the author of the Parrot Bliss Bond. This here is Macy. She is a Cape Parrot. And if you love getting blissed out with parrots and learning how to increase your bond, you're in the right place. If you're used to hanging out, thanks for being here. Let's get caping. All right, so I love Cape Parrots. I love Cape Parrots. They are just one of my top favorite species. Generally speaking, this is how loud they are. Sometimes they do have a high-pitched Batman kind of bat signal kind of sound. I don't feel like they are your typical squawky parrot. I feel like they are, you know, a pretty wonderful, chill, easygoing, fantastic, smart, can talk parrot. They talk fairly clearly, but they do not talk like their relatives in Africa, the African gray Congo parrot, or the Timnas. I think Timnas would talk better than them too. I haven't found that my capes develop a huge vocabulary. As a matter of fact, Macy has had no vocabulary. But Quantum has. So, you know, I'm sure it depends on the parrot, I expect. And with these parrots, they really have personalities. So the personality really determines quite a bit on what they're going to be like and, you know, how cuddly they are or are not going to be with you. Macy is my most cuddliest Cape Parrot. And, you know, how they are or are not going to get along with other capes. Now, there she goes. I told you I paid to be in the video. Come back, come back. Macy likes to really just be around me. Quantum is the same way. Paloma is too. See what I mean? I jinxed myself. Come back, Macy. Come here. And Macy will tolerate Quantum, but she doesn't really like to be with him. I got her when she was about a year and a half, and she was already not really used to to other parrots. So she's chosen me, and I'm like her special person. Yay for me, boo for her, because she doesn't relate well with parrots. Sometimes she does relate with them. She wants to go back in the house. But just not a super lot. So if you have a young cape and you're going to add a cape, basically, you know, I would add the opposite gender. Yes, you risk having babies or eggs. You know, I would kind of just cross that bridge when I came to it. Because one thing is, male is going to lose this coloring. The babies are born with it. The females are going to keep it. So if you had a male and a female, you're going to have like, they're sexually dimorphic, so you'd be able to see the difference. And I just think that would be so very cool. If you have two females or two males, I think they're likely to get along. Honestly, I haven't put my same gender capes in the same cages, so I can't really speak to that. There are species where two males, if they grow up together, it's likely they'll be fine. I would always have a backup cage just in case. But two males can get territorial and fight. And it depends on whether the males or the females are the matriarch or patriarch in that species. It depends on how feisty that species is. It depends on how communal or not, or monogamous kind of thing that species is. So there's a lot of things to take into account. And I don't feel like I can very well speak to that. Now, my males have kind of ignored each other just fine. They've coexisted just fine. They both had females, so they were really interested in them or us, and that's just where they placed their focus. So they just didn't place it on each other. So there you have what I would do, because I just really, really love the coloring. I do think that there's a personality difference. I'm gonna say in my capes, I've observed that the females are more affectionate. That may or may not be true. If you spend a lot of time with your capes, I think they're gonna bond with you, even if you get, you know, a male and a female kind of thing. If they go into mating mode, that can change. At that point, parrots become parents. They can go back to being your buddy, and probably will, but during parenting mode, their number one and only responsibility is to take care of their eggs and then their babies. And so at that point, you don't exactly have a parrot anymore. You tend to have, well, you don't have a pet, you have a parrot who is busy. And for me, that's okay, because I have my busy times too. When I'm making a video, my macaw's trying to get my attention, and I'm like, I'm trying to talk on the video, and she's trying to get my attention. So I have things I do. I think it's important for parrots to have things that they do. I think it's important for parrots to be parrots. I totally commend the person who sent in the question, because I do think you should have 2 capes. That will keep your one cape from being too needy and too dependent, because they are flock animals. So I don't think you can go wrong whether you get a male or a female. I would do the opposite, because they're just so beautiful. And I really like them. And that way you would get to experience 2 different gender personalities, which it does not represent the whole species, but it gives you an idea. One of my favorite and best parrots. Thanks for joining Macy and I in this blissful video where she's being shy. We will catch you in the next feathered video.